Welcome to Island fans. Thanks, guys, so much for coming on and supporting this wonderful adventure we've had here so far. You're talking about EPL football, talking about everything related to football, and we love the sport so much. And we got our usual cast tonight, ready and eager to talk. And good to see all of you. No, the only special names I have is my one. I see second place champion. I see Phil Foden. Okay,
Phil
all right.
4, get it right.
Phil 4. We got you. Phil 4. Emphasize the 4. All right. And how to waste 80 million. Gotta find a way to scapegoat somebody, boy. Anyway, at the end of the day, we have lots to talk about. And I want to thank all you guys for coming on. And I see people are coming in, and you are on time. And the followers are going up. People are supporting. And we have a lot of great interviews coming up in the future. So tune into Island fans. Like, share, subscribe. You know the business. And make sure you support us. How's everybody doing tonight? Good?
Good. Miss you, Joshy.
As good as can
You have a new background
Quite
now.
wonderful.
Yeah, we'll try something.
Man, yeah, different sceneries.
All right, so I'm glad to see that you're happy, Eureka, because you didn't have a very good weekend. So, it's good to see that you're smiling,
Thank you,
A very
brother.
good week. Very good week.
What?
Yeah.
Oh wow.
Klopp said I need to take care of my mental health.
Trust me, supporting football is not easy, man. I was, man.
You have a black background now, so that emphasizing man you get dead soon.
Wow.
Wow. Okay. Didn't realize that associated with that. But yeah, I had a bittersweet moment, man. I saw one of my favorite players score, but I didn't expect him to score in stoppage time. So I had a rough weekend too. So it's tough for me. But Moy had a great weekend, but we're gonna get to that eventually. Before we do that, let's talk about the grief that's going on with the Arsenal game, because I saw that game and I watched it from beginning to end, and even my wife was watching it with me too. So I had to send her away because she's pregnant. I don't want any kind of issues happening with her, getting stressed or anything like that. So can't afford for that to happen. But let's start with Jamal. Jamal, what happened in this game, man? I mean, seriously, I expected you guys to win the last game, and let's just say the referees bad y'all up. But I mean, same thing again in this game.
No, it wasn't the same thing on this game. I think we played particularly well, but it was a game of taking their chances. Villa took their chances, and Arsenal didn't. And I think now Villa's this bogey team for Arsenal. This is 6 points this season.
Stats.
Yeah. And
Damn.
Grealish is just happy. Hopefully we sign him in the summer. But Ollie Watkins is playing well too, and I like the look of the Villa team. They're early in the season they were challenging for top 4, but they went. What was it? A couple maybe 2 weeks they had out because of the COVID situation at the club. But bringing it back to Arsenal, we played well, and I'm looking forward to the next game. Honestly, 2 losses, one referee took from us, and this one here we played well, but we didn't get it. But let's move forward. Looking forward to the next one.
Well, I picked Arsenal to get into the top 4, man. Y'all was supposed to make top 4. Y'all had a little run there. I thought there's still time. There's still lots of time, but I mean, you can't 2 losses back to back. I can't afford that. I can't afford that. A couple people in the chat saying here, Shaq in the chat. Okay, what are you? Like, make up your mind, bro. Big up to Shaki, And somebody else said Malachi in the chat. All right, cool. And Curtis in the chat. Hey, all right, he out of quarantine. And he says Manu for life. Okay. And Afri here, I don't know what that is.
No. Oh no!
We got the team. But let me see. Shaq, come on, give your Arsenal review, and before everybody else jumps on you.
I mean, I disagree with Jamal when he said that the referee didn't have a part to play in this game. I think that they do that they did, and I wouldn't say that was so much of a big game changer as it was on Tuesday. But still, if I'm supposed to get a penalty and I don't get the penalty, that's a big game changer right there. Because if I got the penalty, that's 1-1, and we know the goals change game. Whereas here, I agree with Jamal that we did play well. I was impressed with the performance. I'm impressed with what's his name, when Odegaard came on too. We did well. He did well.
He did well.
I was watching Pepe. Pepe had a good game as well. It is and this is what we're talking about when we talk about Arsenal. It's consistency, because a couple of weeks ago, everybody was crying that Cedric should start ahead of Bellerin. Tierney's out, and look at what he did. Look at what he did. You know, a small lapse in judgment, and 1 minute into the game, we were already trailing. We had enough time to come back. And my only thing where I questioned Arteta was, why did he bring on Willian? You had Martinelli on the bench, you had Ceballos on the bench. When Partey came off, you could have gone for a straight swap with Ceballos, put the Ceballos there. Or you could have just gone with Martinelli instead. I just don't understand why Willian. I didn't get it.
I hear you. You know, I mean, I saw the end of the game, towards the end of the game too. I was actually hoping y'all equalize. You know, when Odegaard had that chance with his left foot, man, I'm a big Odegaard fan. You know, I think that he's quality. You know, that's a good signing there.
Yeah, we gonna see it now. We gonna see it.
Oh boy, I'm legit a little jealous right there of the Odegaard thing, man, because I mean he is a baller. Yeah, I mean y'all can get him long term. Promise him, you know, start in 11. You know. But yeah, I need to get Ollie Watkins. Ollie Watkins, I tried to tell her something. He tried to say, look, right, sign me up. Get him in the summer. Starting strike. Yeah, man.
He's better than Lacazette.
But
anyways,
to be honest.
What is Memphis saying there? Josh, come here with Memphis City. Ollie Watkins, better than Lacazette?
Right now, yeah.
Well, right now, he had 1 goal more than Lacazette, and he played 600 more minutes.
Who thought that?
Whoa.
Who thought what? If he's playing 600 more, how much more football minutes that is? How much match is that? Memphis.
Okay.
Who thought Lacazette may out of farm and pan the bench?
Yeah, but he wasn't out of farm, and he was still getting game, and he wasn't scoring. What are you saying?
I said that Oli Gunnar did say that he likes to sign players for United that love the team, support the team, have a hunger for the squad. And you might see he's an Arsenal fan, and he's young, and he just may give you that extra bit of effort, you know. And he have talent. Why not? Why not sign him up?
I like it. I like his hold up play.
Yeah, you know. After he is saying, a wise man once said, nothing. Okay, so it's good to big up Afri as usual. The words of wisdom. Amelia has said Chelsea not going to get that yet. Shakim is saying Arsenal soft. Okay, you know. Curtis is saying Pepe did good for real. All right, and Risa jumping in here. I was waiting on Shaq to blame the ref for dropping points. Yet
I'm not blaming the ref. I guess I am because you need to make your call. Do your job. That's all I'm saying, Risa.
When Risa coming on,
plus you're not guaranteed to score the pen.
Exactly, but give it to me and let me miss. Do your job. That's all I want the refs to do, is do their job.
Hello?
Yeah, Josh frozen.
Josh, drop out.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. I mean, we can jump to the next game. I think there's nothing much really to talk about. Burnley, Brighton, Jamal. I know. Remember, you said that somebody needed to win this game, but nobody did.
Yeah. Another relegation battle that, you know, with both teams dropping points.
But I would say, Jamal, sorry to interrupt you, but I would say that those two teams are safe. The teams that are in the bottom three right now, that's too big of a gap for them to make up.
Yeah, but if they keep dropping points like this, you look at Fulham can easily make up a couple.
You think so?
Let's think about it. Fulham can make up a couple, but then yeah. But you can't. What do we have? 16 games left. Yeah, you can't keep drawing games like that.
Actually, it's not insurmountable. I just don't see the 18th, 19th, and 20th place teams getting in points.
Yeah.
It's 8,
Yeah.
it's 8 points, right? That's almost the top of the Premier League as well. Or
I'm
the
a little
eighth-
disappointed in Brighton, though. I'm a little
It's been
disappointed in
first.
Brighton. Brighton could have done better. A lot better in this game. Burnley and Liquor run a farm, but I don't know how you can go beat, Liverpool 1-0 and then draw 1-1 at Brighton.
I mean, Brighton beat Liverpool 1-0 too. It
yeah,
kind of makes sense.
I guess it makes sense. All right.
Myself out.
But Liverpool are not nothing really these days, right, Moy? Say go, right?
Yo, Eureka, don't run with the dog.
Yeah.
It seems that way, right? Somebody here asking
Yeah,
you, read,
Eureka, don't run away. Oh,
trying to figure
dog.
what you did. Yeah, let's talk about me, I want to hear what his legitimate excuse is, all right? But let's move on to the next one. Newcastle, Southampton, 3-2. Okay. Newcastle
Joe
won
will
the game. Yeah, I gotta say that
because
was a
this
good.
time Joe will up.
They were
Yeah,
saying it's
should have kept him.
Why not?
Anyway.
Yeah, he made a nice run from the
Okay,
box into the midfield, man. That was pretty good.
Could have probably scored against Aston
Yeah,
Villa.
that's his strength. He's good at that.
Me love that too.
He's good at arriving late.
Memphis said that again?
I said he could have probably scored against Aston Villa.
Oh, okay.
Who in the Arsenal team right now doing that, making those late runs in the box and scoring?
Smith
Rowe, and then Odegaard
Rowe?
when he gets into the team.
Odegaard,
Okay.
the late one, I skied the ball.
Okay. Oh my,
All
Lord
right.
of mercy. So you go.
You've seen that
But yeah,
before.
Southampton, boy, I did expect them to lose this game though, for real. They didn't have a lot of people, so all who said Newcastle would win, big ups to them with that, definitely. And it's the next one, Fulham West Ham. Disappointed in West Ham though, man. West Ham should have won this game, but Fulham played well though. Apparently, I did see some parts of the first half, and they played well.
Fulham should have won.
Let's see here.
Yeah,
And this is not Yuri, this is Munchie. Give me the cup. What you say? Give me the cup, what? I want to see what the man say here. Take out this. Give me the cup already. Okay. Give me the cup already. Big up to you, boss. Okay.
Yeah.
Sure. All right. Good to see you, Munchie. Definitely. So, yeah, Fulham West Ham. Is West Ham going to battle it, guys? Are they going to prove that they're not top 4 worthy? They're going to drop down. How far are they going to drop? Let's start with Jamal. Go ahead, Jamal.
Well, they're not top 4 worthy.
Okay.
I think maybe 2 weeks ago we were saying that, but no, they're not top 4. If you look at where they are, they're 6th. Chelsea is above them, Everton, Tottenham, and then you have us below them as well, being Arsenal. So definitely there are bigger teams around there, and
They have 2 games in hand.
they're definitely overachieving this season so far. And it's just yeah. I mean, there's 16 games left. They played more than half the season, and they're in the top 6. So good for them. But when it's crunch time, I think the bigger teams will pull together, and I'm not sure that they will still be up there. They'll 8, but not a top 4.
So the red card in the West Ham game, guys, legitimate red card or not?
Nah. It was already rescinded.
Agree.
Yeah, it was already rescinded, but at the end of the day, if you were on the field, would you give him the red card?
No, because even Mitrovic was even trying to tell the ref, like, no, that's not even a red.
So we're not
even
trusting
the player
them
that
anymore.
was actually the victim in that is pleading to the ref. No, that's soft. Like, it's not even a red. That shows you.
Why did he
how,
go like that? It's his fault. He got the man get the red.
Maybe he got hurt in the moment.
Got hurt.
He got hurt in the moment.
Yeah,
Wow. But we made a good point though.
good night to
talk
you.
about
Good night, Monty.
it.
No, you came in and nobody said, welcome.
You see that nervous smile?
He was here before.
Anyway, I gotta say this though. Do you guys think that that these red cards end up being rescinded. It didn't affect the West Ham game because the game was basically over, But I would say it contributed when it happened in the United game, and later on they changed it. But if they're making mistakes on the field and then going back and saying, okay, we looked at it again. Sorry, we made a mistake. But yet these teams are massively affected by this. Their financial setup, their ability to stay up or go down. I mean, think about it. So many things are affected when you just can just easily just say, you know what, I'm allowed to make mistakes in the field of this nature, and then I can tell you sorry after. Should there be sanctions on referees when they make mistakes like this? Greater sanctions than referees. What do you guys think? Let's start with Shaq.
I think so. And I've been advocating this for weeks. They need to have some accountability with the refs. You can't just make decisions, impacts the livelihood of managers, of clubs, and then you just go home and you have a good sleep and come back and you mess up another day next week. Can't work so.
Yeah, I agree with you 100%. More when you think about that, you never know. It may happen to you down the season, where, whether if it's in your favor, you're happy, but then if it's not, then you're like, that affects my season. What do you think about the referees?
I mean, I agree with what Shaq was saying. I think they should have some accountability to it, especially when they have to go and review it back after the game, and then the red card has to be rescinded. I think that's in that time they should have some trouble for that, because obviously they got the calls wrong.
They do. Munchie, chime in on this now, and then go to Yurik.
Yeah. I'm not really watching the other leagues like that too tough. Like every game is playing, but I'm not hearing about these things happening in La Liga or Bundesliga or Syria. Like, why is it only happening in the Premier League, right?
Point.
And to the point where actually there's a VAR where like they actually stop a game for 2-3 minutes, and 4 to 8 persons is reviewing a situation, and then a day or two after they going against that decision that was made. To me, that's ridiculous to me. That's just time wasting. And you know how it feels for a player or a team that's actually in the mood, like actually pressuring the next team to like get something when, and then all of a sudden the game has to stop for 2-3 minutes for the ref to go and watch a TV. Then watch the TV for 2-3 minutes. Then the call is against you. How will you feel now, or how you can get that spirit or that urge again to continue where you left off before the referee actually stopped the game? And as you say, like the referee now, he's scheduled for next game the next weekend. Like it's nothing. And no, that should not happen.
It should happen. Yurik.
Yeah. No, everything Monty said was correct. I feel like I don't know about the other leagues and their refs, just like Monty said, but it seems like if England has the most arrogant refs in the whole of Europe. When we look at from the history of the refs here in our league, Howard Webb, Mike Riley, Martin Atkinson, and now we have that clown. I forgot his name just now. The one that backed that now. Your friend.
Mike Dean.
Mike Dean. It's not just one club we have now,
Yeah. What Mike Dean did that?
We have a whole bunch. Michael Oliver, all of them. So
all
it just, and when we look at clubs, the history of clubs just appealing against red cards, it very rarely goes in their favor. It's just a bunch of it. It's just a witch hunt. These men never admit when they're wrong. There's no communication. I'm not for sanctioning the refs. I feel like the refs are human. They make mistakes, but I want to hear communication. I want to hear what was going through your head in the thought process in which you made that decision.
Well, that's
not only from that, but that's just what we want. It's in every sport. Cricket has it.
That's
Rugby
true,
has it.
because even
Australian
not to cut
football.
you off, especially like in basketball when they're doing the review. Before
Yes.
the referee make the decision, he said why he make the decision.
Why he's making decision?
Number 23 get
Yeah.
2 free throws for
you're right.
this. You know,
Yes.
they actually
Yeah.
Why
tell.
can't we get to that?
Yeah, you understand?
Even in
American football does it.
Australia,
right? American football does it.
Football League in Australia does it as well. When they go to VAR.
Yeah, I saw that clip, man.
That's true.
Yeah, Australia's more progressive than the greatest league in the world. Come on, man. Let's do better. But they're not gonna do better.
They're not, because they have these purists that feel that we're changing the purity of the original game if we keep making all these changes.
We have VAR. What bigger change can we get than that?
they didn't even want VAR. A lot of them, they don't just put in teeth to get VAR. Reese says he was really card or was it harsh? She says here, can we say then that the elbow to the face rule needs to be rewarded? Wow. And it's a young kid here says E5 needs a hard slap. It does. When you think about that. I mean, okay, no, why we here then? I mean, we talk about Mike Dean, and the mistakes he's made, but then the guy's not getting death threats and stuff, man. People sending him all kind of crazy things to his family's personal profiles and stuff like that. I mean,
sorry.
I mean, so you should love what's
Eureka probably one of them.
Give me a second.
That's the
Eureka probably one of them.
tell you.
Me, I don't have no beef with Mike Dean.
You just call him a Tottenham fan.
Yeah, Mike Dean gave it the title last season. That's why, anyway.
Mike Dean gave me the title. Mike Dean, Tranmere Rovers fan, Mike Dean.
I'm kidding.
Wait. Look who's talking about the rest. A United fan.
What that's supposed to mean?
I don't know what that's supposed to mean. What that's supposed to mean? I don't understand.
lot of things.
Carry on.
Howard Webb.
Howard Webb was in the back pocket.
For Sir Alex.
That's the greatest signing
That's different.
ever.
That's different.
It's different.
And it's so ironic, Howard Webb and Ferguson kind of retired like in the same time frame. Yeah, it's very ironic. Very, very ironic.
You have to never do things, okay? Anything to win. But for real though, I mean, I feel sorry for Mike Dean though. When he started getting death threats, and so I would never be a referee, boy. Referee the worst job in the world. Or maybe a referee. I'm sure they get paid really well though. Well, I mean,
No, they don't.
I don't think so. You have to get paid well, boy, to be a referee, boss. All of abuse you get. How is that even possible?
They don't get paid that well.
How much we take? I take at least a 20 a month.
20 a month?
For work. Be a referee, boy, at least. All them abuse, death threats, hatred. Run on a field. All them cuss off you get every single time you were from game. A man will cuss your mother, cuss your wife, cuss your children. All them somebody. In your face, man want to thump you down, slap you down for 90 minutes every time, and you don't get paid properly for that?
Josh, this is going to sound crazy. I genuinely don't think it's that hard to be a ref.
You really think so?
I genuinely don't think so.
If you can ref in Antigua, you can ref anywhere now.
Exactly.
So,
Antigua will run from the field and will back you.
So like Brazil and Argentina, when man kidnap people, pick me and all kind of business and ransom them and so forth. How you be a referee there? How you be a referee in African League and so when I come on field and thumping them and so? I mean, anywhere business boss.
You rather deal with that liquor. You rather deal with that liquor ransom than get my head boss, boy.
So Mike Dean makes £200,000 a year.
Not that much.
Me check that money there. How you be? Anybody take 200K a year?
A year?
Pounds, right?
A year.
A year, no Josh.
Yeah.
That's what
And
Hey, Munchie, you make 200K a year, Munchie?
that's
No,
You take that job?
No, but it's not. To me, that's not as much. Football's making 200K a week,
Yeah,
and he's making 200K a year. Come on, that's not much, Josh.
Exactly.
200K a year.
In comparison, obviously, to footballers, it's nothing. But I mean, the average person, I mean, I think they should get paid more. You're right. I think he should get paid more.
More.
Couple things here. I mean, what a dangerous job there.
Well, with VAR coming in, they might even have a job.
Compared to football,
there might be a camera.
Yeah, for real though, maybe that's why them money make all them bad car shot. Cause them man not get no money. I call it the munchie. The man vex. Show them more money and they'll do better. A couple more things here. Let me see. United Everton game. You know, United gave it the points late there, boy.
He just tried to slide at him here.
Maguire, dog. But that's not bang Maguire.
He just like, what else do we have? Oh yeah, United Everton.
Look, right, I didn't lose my game, okay? I'm in second place. So that's all I'm saying. We get into you there.
Yeah, realize certain people though coming in Manchester United shirt and Manchester United scarf again this week.
Yeah.
Something wrong, they're ashamed.
But I'm never ashamed. I'm never ashamed. I have to be neutral. I'm gonna host.
They don't have no confidence.
Wait, what?
At least Memphis shameless.
What?
At least Memphis shameless.
Big man, you know, owner Allison shirt was shut there.
Hey, United, we talking about Everton. We talking about Everton against United. We talking about Love. We talking about Dominic Calvert-Lewin. Right?
We talking about Maguire had the pace of a snail. That's what we're talking about.
I'm not blaming Maguire for that.
Big
right?
man, Calvert-Lewin the jog and run away left Maguire.
It's disrespectful to compare Maguire to a snail.
Defend your boy, Josh. Defend Harry.
No, I'm not defending anybody, right? I'm going to say the person to blame for this is Ali. Ali didn't manage the game well at all. In the first 10 minutes of the second half, we lose 2 goals. He came up with the wrong mindset. He was trying to destroy Everton, you know, and go up 4 or 5 goals when he should have had a more conservative approach in the second half after we were already up 2-0 and controlling the game. And Ali gave away the game. I mean, Ali's my boy, Ali all the way. But he made a mistake. He didn't manage the game well. And then he tried to bring on Twanzebe late. I'm not blaming Twanzebe either. And I'm not blaming Maguire either. But we did not control the game late. And I got to say too, hate to say it, but if Pogba had finished the game, we would have won the game. He was just balling in that.
Say I'm louder, man.
You know, I hate to say it. I hate to say it. Right?
If Pogba and Martial were English, you'd love them. That's all I have to say.
I ain't gonna lie.
That's all I have to say.
I'm gonna be honest.
That's all I have to say.
If Pogba, for instance, there was a chance where they teed up Fred at the edge of the box, I know Pogba would have buried that. But Fred didn't. You know what I'm saying? You know, and those are the situations that separate the two. He was a downgrade once I lost. And this is why I'm saying Fred has his attributes, and the ball was on his right foot too, and his left foot. But my point is that this is where City had the edge. This is where don't try that, right? Because Pep wanted Fred. Okay, y'all just didn't put him on.
There would be a waste by Fred now.
Wanted Fred. And he said so publicly he wanted Fred.
That don't
so
mean
he obviously saw some kind of value in Fred.
He just needed it. That was probably a panic buy to buy Fred. Fred ain't good.
So then he also said he wanted Maguire too, but they offered the money, but they couldn't afford him. Pep said that too. Oh wow!
Hey,
okay,
Josh, time.
He said he wasn't worth that money.
Time reveals a lot.
Yeah, it's a good thing that it cut out, boy.
Okay, I didn't hear that. Whatever he was trying to say there. But Ali messed up the game. He didn't manage the game properly. But I'm happy though we were at least able to hold on to the points. You know, I mean we want to win the title.
Points plural. Did you say points?
Big man, when last you get points? When last you get points?
No, I just want us to be factual here. You said points with an S.
Well, that's what I mean. 1 point. You know, hold on to something.
Okay, point.
Yeah, it's usually 1 is more than 0. Last time we checked, right?
Yeah, but
I got 1.
It's not points.
City got 3. You know, that's how it works. All right, so yeah, United. You know, they obviously proving here that they're not ready to be champions yet. We're missing that edge.
I mean,
so
everybody knew that.
Ooh, that was
we're missing
everybody hates that.
We're missing 2 centre backs. 2 centre backs. We
knew this. This is an overachievement right here. Well, not for you, really. My prediction was second.
Can I say something? So, Liverpool's centre backs are injured, and they still have more fit centre backs than United.
They have. Let me try that. Come on. You hating, man. Stop hating.
I don't have any centre backs. I don't. Yeah, sugar
All
laugh
right.
and slabhead behind it.
Josh, question though. You have an English bias? You have a bias towards English players?
Yes, he does.
Everyone
May
thinks
I ask
so.
why?
I support England. Simple as that. I support England players. I've always done that. Most of the United squad has been English, so I support England. In the World Cup, that's what I do. And usually my World Cup thing is whoever have the most black people. That's whoever I support.
So wait,
Straight
France,
up,
France, they had the most. Wait.
They did.
That's not France.
They do now, but I'm saying that at one point it was just whoever had the most United players, and then after that is whoever had the most black players. That's how I support teams when it comes to international. Since Antigua and nothing they're going. So, all right, but yeah, 3-3 United. Well done, Everton. And Carl Ancelotti, boy, he had his tactics right, and big up to Yames too. Good goal by him and Decore and DC straight up. And Spurs 2-0 West Brom. We expected this.
Yeah, where Kane come from?
Spurs. Yeah, I know, right?
Never trust them when they say Kane's going to be out for long.
I know, right? I know. I did not expect him to play. I did not expect him to play at all. All right. Let me see. Afri here saying it's really sad when you can't make fun of that red team.
Well, I mean, you can make fun of that red team now, but it'll be Liverpool.
True. All right. Rita here saying United did the most United thing ever in this game. True. And she's saying here, my weekly comment, Rashford is the most frustrating for them. Yeah, he did not.
Say it louder. Wait, what?
He didn't play well. I can be unbiased. He didn't play well. All right. He didn't play well at all. But when you have no forwards on the bench, what do you do? All right. So, next.
Forwards wasn't the issue that game, so I don't know what your point is.
It wasn't. All right. But let me see. Wolves, Leicester. Disappointing in Leicester. Leicester should have got some points here, but I'm happy as a United fan that they drew, so they don't pass me. All right. So, and they stay ahead.
No party.
Of Liverpool, as usual. Gotta do it. Always stay ahead of Liverpool.
Roddy came off, right? Yeah, I think he came off.
Roddy got sub on. He got a chance though.
Yeah, right at the end.
Half chance.
That is true. He did. And for the feature match itself that we've all been waiting for, it's Liverpool versus Manchester City. And one thing I gotta say, boy, for this game, let me just get this out of the way, boy.
Yeah, who going first?
Phil Foden goal. Murder. I mean, I'm a United fan, but I gotta say, when I was seeing him running on the right, let me see what this boy do, boy. And one jink left, jink right, and a slap there with the left foot, like he'd vex or something, boy. That was a great goal. I gotta say, Alisson could do nothing about that. And big ups to City for the win. They did what I expected.
Couldn't do nothing for the whole game.
Okay, but I know that the people want to give their opinion on this. So let's talk first to the Liverpool fan. Let's get the bad news on.
No, talk to the City fans first, because they deserve it. They deserve to talk.
Okay, let's talk to who could talk the most. So let's get him out the way. Munchie, go ahead, give your piece.
Me?
Go ahead, big boss.
Yeah, you go.
Oh my gosh. So yes.
Mash it up.
Congrats to congrats to the best team in England for the last decade and decades to come.
Hey, look.
So and just to give myself a little credit, in the prediction, I predicted the 3 goal scorers, if you all can remember, in the comments.
Okay, all right.
M1 Stinger, Goldagan, and Phil Foden. If you all can go back. But the only thing I didn't get right, I predicted a 3-0 win. No, for real. I predicted a 3-0 win. But it so happened, like, if you're -4, -1, I got 3 goals. So I still pass, right? Yeah. So in that game now, I don't know what is it with penalties versus Liverpool. Like, not even the target we're hitting, much less missing the goal. I heard Pep saying maybe he's thinking of putting Edison on penalties. I would love to see that. I would really love to see that. Then I can boast and say Edison has more goals than some boys midfielders at the end of the season. But
So no
let's not get there.
No
Who
penalties.
So
Anyway.
in that game,
Who for me? Who
it
for me?
was
Feel you talk
just-
about?
it was just who the cap fits, let them wear it. In that game, it was just a Gundogan show. Like
Master.
this guy was just unplayable, and everybody been saying, "Oh, De Bruyne is over 46 weeks. How can City cope?" Did anybody since De Bruyne get injured? Has anyone ever heard the media or even their fans, even their mother or their little sister or their auntie say,
Wow.
City
Wow.
misses De Bruyne, or if De Bruyne was there, it would be a different outcome? Can anybody ever tell me right now if they heard that?
I did hear that City plays better without De Bruyne.
Okay. Okay,
You heard
Jamal.
Ooh. Yo,
Okay.
every
Okay.
time Jamal come with confidence, yo. Every time Jamal come with confidence, Arsenal lose now.
So
You go ahead.
you're saying De Bruyne is a liability to Manchester City's team.
I'm just telling you what I hear.
No, it's a solid
Jamal.
point now. It might make a solid point now. It might
It's
be, I
only
mean,
3 goals you have.
sometimes and so they say, like in basketball, I can't think of a football analogy. Maybe y'all can help me with that. But in basketball, let's say like Kyrie Irving, he's a great player, excellent, probably top 10 in the world right now. But when he plays certain teams, he hurts certain teams, even though he's very talented. You'll win a game with him, but if you take him out, the team play better. Could it be the same? It's not a bad
The
point.
guy who has the most assists in the Premier League for City.
The difference is De Bruyne is top 1, not top 10. Okay, I would give up my firstborn for Kevin De Bruyne to play 1 season for Liverpool. 1.
You mean a fully fit season?
First,
You mean
wow.
The whole first.
Firstborn. Totally gone.
Sorry, let me cut there. So let me just finish up here. So then again, I see the stats. Phil Foden again, the youngest player to score an assist at Anfield in Premier League history. So it's like this guy is. I don't know. When I'm telling people like Phil Foden is integral to Manchester City, they're telling me, oh, it's on that. When David Silva left, everybody saying, oh, Phil Foden can't get a game, City can buy a midfield and wherever. Like, for real, these guys are showing why he is the next heir to that midfield spot. He can't replace David Silva. David Silva is irreplaceable, but Phil Foden is making a name for himself.
Stats on Phil Foden here. Throwing in there. I'm sure you're well familiar with this. You see here in terms of since their debut, he's had 17 goal involvements, 11 goals, 6 assists. This is pretty impressive for his age and in a star-studded City team. So big ups to Phil Foden. Go ahead, Munchie.
Yeah, so then I'm just gonna end with it was one negative thing about it. I believe Diaz caught cold feet, not Alisson. Because I watched the game and see Diaz played some wayward passes. That penalty. That's just so Harry Maguire-ish of Diaz. So I don't know how that actually like Diaz wasn't himself.
Yo, man, for like dog.
15 minutes. For 15 minutes. For the rest 75, he was there. But then again, how can you pull somebody back and they fall forward? I'm just saying, I'm ending with that. So, yeah, thanks for the 3 points. As I say, if I collect 13 points from my available 15 this month, just bring the cup to over 30 yards. That's all I'm going to say. Thank you.
Okay. All right. You want to chime in here, Eureka, or you want to let Moy go?
No, let Moy go. Go ahead.
Eureka, you have to finish off with a City person.
Okay, fair enough.
You go in the middle.
Okay, fair enough. Okay. So, everybody done laughing. So,
yo, get a shirt now. Get your Alisson shirt.
Yeah, no, Alice is my boy now. Becca is my boy forever. I don't know why you're laughing, Memphis. You two of your goalie could have made one Allison foot. So here we go.
What?
Yeah. This hey, let me talk. Let me say my piece. So I'm not gonna talk about this game in depth to what we did wrong because I've been talking about this for weeks, and it's exactly why even after we won against West Ham, I wasn't gassed about it. Because I've seen our play, our confidence just dip continuously in the season, right? And this game, I listened to Klopp talking about how we had we were good in the first half, and I was wondering if we were watching the same game because we could have easily went into halftime 1-0 down if, just like Munchie said, Gundogan had hit the back of the net, right? I had no problems with our defensive play, but attacking wise, it seems like it was just backwards and sideways passing for the whole of the first half, right? So I don't know what's going on I don't know if it's a confidence thing. Thiago looks like he's playing too many games at the moment. He's not in any kind of rhythm. My front three is in no kind of rhythm. We played midfielders in defense, even when we had defenders. But credit to City, they played very well. One thing I noticed that they continuously tried to beat our press. They played around our press constantly during the game. And I can't believe I'm saying this, but this season I'm watching teams like City outfight my team, out-battle us. And that's something I thought I'd never say about a Liverpool team, that a team would come. One thing, we might be devoid of attacking quality, but we will outfight you. And we will grind you down until you're absolutely exhausted. And that's usually how we win games. That's not happening this season. That's just not happening this season.
Yes, and Thiago waste by?
You can't waste 20 million. That's lolly money.
You can waste 80 though.
I don't think he's a waste buy. I think he's going to be a hell of a player next season when we get everybody fit. I think we haven't seen Thiago playing the best Liverpool team. That's just the truth. By the time he started to play, by the time he got fit, Van Dijk was already out. Gomez was out. We started playing midfielders in defense. Jota is now out. I don't know what to say, man.
I am not making excuses for Liverpool. As a United fan, I hate Liverpool, but as I said, I'm trying to appear neutral. What I can say though, when I was watching the game, was that you can see it's a different team. I think the only person that probably played well for Liverpool is probably Curtis Jones. Had a great game. I thought
Curtis Jones had a good game.
He had a good game.
I don't know why he was sub. I
don't know either. I'm looking at the sub. What am I saying here?
That's my point. My point is that Liverpool have never had a world-class midfield. Okay, and it's never been about that. It's been about Klopp's system, and I think that he can't, just like with Pep, you can't do your system without your players, and he didn't have the bench to continue that Liverpool mindset. He had a wonderful offense, obviously. Whenever you have people like, what's his name, Salah in the team, you're going to score goals. But that midfield, they could have never beat City. I don't see in what way they could have ever beat City. City have beat them man for man and more, and can bring on man. That's better than anybody else. We start with Milner in that midfield there, Curtis Jones and Thiago. I mean, it's literally, right? And then when you put that... Go ahead.
When I look at games at Anfield, and I'm sure Moy and Munchie will say the same thing. One of the main things that's always in our favor is that the crowd is up for the game. They're begging for blood, right? Yeah. Soon as they walk out. So when Liverpool starts a game, it's like a train, like we're on them. We win the ball high up the field, and within 2 passes, we're through one goal. That's how we play. You understand? In this, I don't know if they don't have the self-motivation to play the same way, but it seems like that extra effort that we put in when we're playing at Anfield, especially against City, is not there. I don't know. I'm not making excuses, because there's no crowd, but it's not there. It's clearly not there.
Couple people
So
here
I
in
don't know
chat.
how that comes back.
Congrats to Steve for winning at Anfield. Pep finally collect all the Infinity Stones.
But that's not Anfield. Anfield is not a stadium. That's not Anfield.
Mm-hmm.
If I was a City fan, I would be happy for the win, but I would not be saying stats like this is the first. That's not Anfield. The fans make Anfield.
Okay,
So you're still unbeaten at home then?
Yes.
Sterling had his way against Trent for 90 minutes plus extra time. Razzle Dazzle, his biggest fan and probably twin is in the building. Talk to me more. What you say?
Talking about Razzle Dazzle, let's start it off with a simple question. Can anybody tell me where Raheem Sterling is?
Is?
Not in Trent's pocket for sure.
Yeah.
Not in Trent's pocket.
Not in Trent's pocket for sure. You know.
That's true, but Sterling is on top of the league, you know. That's the answer. He's on top of the league. But anyway, let's start it off with, first of all, give credits to my team. As I predicted a 4-1 victory, and everybody thought I was crazy, man, with a 4-1 victory. I have to give Man City well for playing out of the press, because we expected Liverpool to come. They end up 1 point of the game. They had started beating us at our own game with the constant passing, and one time for like 10 minutes you couldn't even get the ball.
Bro.
You know, and I mean the game could have easily changed also with like that ball Trent whipped into Mane and he missed the header. The game could always change from any point of time.
True.
But I think the game, and for the negative, I don't know what's the problem with Man City at Anfield and missing penalties. But when I saw that penalty, I was like, please don't miss this. And I saw Gooder and miss it. I was like, oh wow, the game could have changed right there, you know, to better Liverpool. But I think the game changed when Pep subbed Mahrez. I think that was a vital sub, and he also switched Foden out onto that side to cause even more terrorized. I mean, our two wide players were causing Trent and Robertson a whole heap of problems. As I've always been saying, I love Sterling as a player when he picks up the ball and he runs straight at the defense and causes them problems. He has been running, attacking Trent after possession, and he just happened to go. We got the penalty. I love that about him. You know, Foden, oh wow, that was a masterclass performance. I mean, the boy is just brilliant. I mean, you look at other young players, not bashing any young players here, you know, overall. I mean, you look at young players, they tend to have a good season, but then when they come up in big games, they tend to seem like, you know, a little shaky or they're not ready for it, you know. In the Liverpool game, you didn't see any sign of that against Foden. You know, he was just right there getting ready to play like he has been doing it for a good while now. And he's that number one midfielder that, you know, that is there. And also, I was very impressed with Rodri in the defensive midfield. He was right there. I mean, he's no type of Fernandinho player with the roughness, but he did his job, what he had to do, cutting out the passes, making them forward runs, and just there. But that penalty on Salah, I just thought that was very soft of a penalty. I mean, me as an attacking player and in Salah's shoes, I'm definitely going down, you know, and hopefully the referee gives the ball. I mean, yes, he won it. That's good for him. Liverpool got back in. Liverpool was there, but then it was kind of too soft because I mean, yes, they are just holding him after a while, but how Salah went down, I mean, who is going down like that if somebody is trying to pull you back? And if we're going on soft calls, if you were going on soft calls like that, there was a play when Sterling had the ball and it knocked a little bubble up on Sterling and Trent, and Sterling was two on the wing, and he crossed it into Foden, and Foden get like a shoved in his back. I mean, like, so how come you didn't look at that at any point in time? Because it's basically almost like the same soft calls, you know. So that was the only issues there. But I'm proud of my team. 3 more points, 10 points in front of Liverpool and 5 in front of United. We're still going on. In the championship tomorrow.
With the game.
Okay, all right. You brought up a lot of issues there that we have to cover. We have a lot of time left, so we're gonna knock them off as we can. But we have Shaki saying, why didn't Klopp use one of the new centre backs so Henderson or Fabinho could play the middle? That's what I thought he was going to do. You buy two of them. Yes, they may not know his system, but they're better. And if he had that Fabinho, Henderson in front of maybe like a Reece and Davies, I think it'd have been a better setup than what you put out there. But talk to me, Uri, why didn't Klopp do that?
I think the Tottenham game had a lot to do with why he didn't do it. Because we played very well in the Tottenham game with Henderson and was it Fab? Or I think it was either Fab or Matip. I can't remember. I think Matip was fit during them times. Anyways, we played better with them at the back. He was saying that Kabak, obviously the Schalke plays different. It's a defensive team. They play with a low block, kind of. So they're not used to playing a high line, so he wasn't willing to risk it. He thought Henderson and Fab knew the system, but obviously that didn't work.
I mean, personally, I'm not too sure if Gundogan makes that run into the box. Had he had a defensive midfielder tracking him, it'd be a much different game if he had more experienced bodies in the midfield, giving that shield to the back four. I think the man can defend enough, but maybe Klopp sees something that I don't see, and train.
And Klopp is going to run Gini Wijnaldum to the ground. He's played goddamn near every single minute of this season so far. He's clearly needing a break.
True.
That's true.
He wants to go to Barcelona, so he's trying to bribe him with minutes.
Yeah, well, I hope it works because I love Genie.
Yui, tell me when you want your front three back. They're still in City's defense.
Sent off.
Well, let's talk about Diaz should have been sent off. Recently, this is what I complain about, consistency. Let's talk about that for a second there, because when you look at the game, there were moments that it makes sense. And let me pull up the exact moment. This is the moment here that we're talking about, where we felt that Diaz made an error here, made a foul, and it wasn't given, and when you compare it, Kashak and I were talking about it, and it makes sense when you actually look at it. When you compare it to this, maybe I'm not familiar with this. When you compare it to this scenario here, you see how in this Arsenal game here that the Arsenal player gets a red card. How is it any different than this exact same situation? Because then if go ahead, Jamal, talk to me.
My take on it is that where the foul was initiated, and if you look at the position of the ball as well, Mahrez had the ball closer to him than Salah did. Salah would have already pushed that ball way ahead, and Stones would have been the last person. By the time Salah fell, Stones had the ball. By the time Mahrez fell, the other defender was nowhere near the ball. So that's why I think it's different.
I see what you're saying, but that's still relative, isn't it, right? When you look at the general position of where the players are, when you see exactly the distance, it's up to the referee to make the referees close enough. Talk to me, go ahead.
Look at where Mustafi is running. Mustafi's running towards goal. If you go back to the other image, Stones is running towards the ball. That's another thing you'd have to take into consideration as well.
But doesn't the rule give the impression of the fact that it has to be a scenario where he's
going for the ball?
Exactly, clear going scoring opportunity. But how can you define exactly a player's intent? But I thought they're not supposed to do that in a case like this, And it just seems the fact that if you're going to look at where they are. Look at the City player is there, right at the edge of the box. There's one behind him, and there's another one there on the actual player. And it's the same thing. It's the same thing over here. There's one at the edge of the box. There's one on the other side behind him, and there's one defending him. I mean, from our point of view, it look exactly the same. But one game get a red card and the other game doesn't. I mean, is it you're not going to give red cards, or you're going to give all red cards? I mean, make up your mind. How is it really fair to put players in this position? Because then I've heard some players actually say, even Salah said the other day that, I mean, I don't know anything anymore. Don't ask me any more questions. I don't want to get fined. Because it's like, where is the consistency? One day, one rule is one thing, and then the next day it changes. How can you be a footballer when the rules change every game?
I mean, even De Bruyne came out and said the same thing. Is that he doesn't know the rules anymore.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah.
He just saying,
Listen, I don't want to argue. I don't really want to argue about the rules, man. Especially with this. Like, City deserve to win. Even if we got that red card, we would have still lost the game, in my opinion. You understand? So it's just
Because
also, I think,
Laporte could have simply came on and slot in. It's like, come on,
I Josh, I
look at that
apologize
bench.
for everything I just said. You would have spanked them. We needed that red.
but
I'm just saying.
I think in the first couple minutes, Thiago should have been sent off.
Oh, when he tackled Gundogan?
Yeah.
That's not a red
the
card.
top of the one.
That's not a red card. Yellow, but it's not red.
Man the man sliding from behind and catch the man the back of the man leg.
Twisted his hand.
Yeah,
And he almost injured a man now.
He almost injured himself. He fell on his old ankle. That's his fault.
what?
Okay,
You didn't even know. I was literally crying if I had to see Gundogan number 8 numbers coming up. And I
By the way, Shaq,
I was like, no.
Agenda the man up against my team. You know?
Come on,
So
why
he's
does
saying,
every Arsenal fan believe that there's some
that's
agenda
not a
against it?
red. So there we go.
It's like it's like
one last
Mustafi
point.
are in the same position, you know. And so Jamal, that's still shot. You can't say Mustafi is running to the goal. So I mean, I understand Shaq's point though. I gotta give him that. I understand his point. I know
I
it
do
seems
too. I guess it.
but it looks a lot the same, you know, and two different referees have two different perspectives on similar incidents. But speaking of perspectives, all right, Foden equal to Saka.
No.
All right, go ahead. We'll get into that in a second. Go ahead.
Okay, first of all, that's a whole disrespect to a Shaq saying you should have just never showed that comment. Right?
Wait,
But then,
the man have his stats.
Okay.
But when you say everything.
but this one is the club. I heard a stat that he was saying that with the club complaining about fatigue and all of that thing, but then they said that they should put him on himself because he's constantly playing the same team over and over and not giving the players any rest or any rotation there. So they're saying he should be blamed for that and stop complaining. You know, I thought it was kind of a solid point that there, so I just wanted to share that.
I saw a similar article too, where they were saying that all of Klopp's teams have gotten to this point. You know, you push them, and then eventually they get injury issues, and you don't have people on the bench to be able to come in, and you end up in a scenario like this. But see, I have no sympathy for that because this is the Premier League. If you want to win, you have to have a starting 11 on your bench and on the field. I think it does this. And unless you plan to go whole season have no injuries, like a Leicester season or a Liverpool season, that one season. I mean, unless they're gonna do that, which just rarely happens, you know, you're gonna need that. But let's get back to this point. All right, Foden equals the Saka. Now, earlier on, we did make the point about, you know, his stats, and Phil Foden is doing well. You know, we see some other youngsters there, Neto, Greenwood, Saka, Hudson-Odoi, and good contributions from the kids, you know. But then you bring in this stat, you know, and it kind of changes up everything. Let me take off the comment here, and you see that, and you see what's happening here. Is this fair to say that Saka is actually not doing that bad? Shots, chances created, touches in the box, duels won, passes into the box, completed dribbles. He's first for all of it, and maybe Greenwood and maybe Foden is second or third or wherever, but Saka is first. What do the City fans have to say? Does this change your mind at all about Saka's contribution?
Nope.
No, it doesn't say in his mind about his contribution.
Saka plays most.
So you're saying it's because Saka played more minutes?
That's one point.
Yeah.
Saka has more minutes, whatever, but not taking away anything from Saka, but come on, like you literally in this present, okay, we're going up the same how we go with when we're judging the Premier League strikers with eye view and statistics. So we're going with eye view, and you really believe in an eye view situation, Saka can start over Foden, or Saka will be placed in a team over Foden right now. with eye view.
Well, Shaq make a point here. Saka's played left back, left centre mid, left wing, right wing, and cam. That's a lot of positions.
Exactly. So he all them stats go up because of that.
All those possessions, that'll prove nothing.
That is carry his stats.
If he's
Doesn't
playing,
that make you better than Foden do?
Balls
Versatility.
into the back. If he's playing left back, he's crossing them. So that means what? He's getting in the back.
Yeah, but
chances created.
Can you make the point then? I'm gonna say I'm a Foden fan. But can you make the point then that Saka plays in an inferior team?
The international setup speaks for itself.
So then
let's just end it right there. The international setup speaks for itself.
No, but they all play for the England team. Greenwood, Saka, and Foden. They all make the England squad. So I don't know the setup is there. You're trying to say with the setup.
Foden didn't kick out to the England squad. He did look young or something the other day.
No,
He and Greenwood had to look like
He and Greenwood, right? They look
Yeah.
Icelandic gal or something like that.
Yo.
They
John,
come on.
John,
Making the team is one thing, but starting is another.
Chatty, dog.
Even in friendlies.
Yes, I agree with what Josh is saying, and it's the same thing Reese is saying as well, is that you have to look at where Saka is playing, what team Saka is playing for. He's playing for a team that's a mid-table team, right? Underperforming.
Say louder.
I don't have any problem saying it. He's playing for a mid-table team, underperforming in the Premier League this season. So, if he was at
Shot coming for you. Shot coming.
Where you going?
Coming for you. Yeah.
I have a point to make. I have a point to make on this too. If you're talking about this, let's look at when Maguire was at Leicester, and we can look at other centre backs, like say whoever was playing for Man City, United, Chelsea, Arsenal. Let's put those there, those big clubs. You would say that Maguire was better.
You're disrespectful.
Would you say Maguire? Tell me you weak. I was just calling and Liverpool to make him feel better. Would you say that Maguire was a better player than Van Dijk and those type of players because he had more contributions?
No.
Well, you can't. Memphis don't vex. I don't think Maguire has changed. I don't think he's changed from when he was Leicester to now. I think he's the exact same player. It's just that more eyes on him now because he plays for United. When more eyes on you, you pay attention more. But if you actually look at the numbers, Maguire is actually either the same or better player. He's not worse.
Can I interject?
We're not talking about Maguire.
Can I interject?
You're weak. I brought in Van Dijk to you.
So
I saw that, buddy. Thanks a lot.
Maguire at Leicester City would play a whole team and side, miss every header he get, and not attack crosses. They're coming back.
So you studied all. You're making this about Maguire, right? But I'll say this: you studied all of Maguire's games with Leicester. If you go back through his entire Leicester career, you'll see plenty of mistakes. You only notice them now because he played for United. But the question is Foden versus Saka.
Before his Wi-Fi cuts.
Let's shock.
I think Jamal need to repeat what he said so Shaq can hear it.
What did Jamal say?
I mean about Arsenal being a mid-table team, so Saka will be better because he's playing good for a mid-table team.
I mean, that's where we are in the table, aren't we? He didn't lie. You thought that was going to be some kind of hit?
I don't think he was talking about that.
Try again. Memphis, try again.
Their memory is very small. I remember when they were getting spanked against Newcastle last season.
Spanked.
I remember when spanked.
Wait, hold on there. Spanked by Newcastle. When we get spanked by Newcastle?
Banged on you.
1-0. How much I get the next game?
COVID came, and boy, that is saving grace. The whole world was shot.
And COVID for your enemy. Because Francis is lockdown, you're not playing on football.
Saka is a better 1v1 player than
because he's a better 1v1. I would say Foden has the
you know when he 8 years.
You
okay?
Let's get you.
Do you guys
even see your start now? Next 30 years your start.
And runs at defenders. Like you literally have to foul this guy to get him off his ball when he
Saka
grabs
too.
that ball and run.
Saka,
How
Saka
can that
too.
be?
No,
I'm saying,
Saka
I'm
too.
saying,
Saka on Saturday.
Pep, sub Mahrez and put Foden out wide because like City just keep putting balls in the air and it's Foden versus Fabinho Henderson. He's not going to win. I'm saying Pep, put the guy out wide so he can get the ball to his feet and run at defender. From time that happens, it was like a miniature
No, I
mess
understand.
all over
No,
again.
I understand. I
Just get the
understand
ball
why
and just run at them.
I don't think White is his best position, though. I think it was a tactical move at the time, but I think where he put him is his best position. I think he's going to play 10 or he's going to play 8. That's Foden.
Is that why he been playing all season?
Yeah, but I don't know.
Foden can play anywhere. Midfield, up front, I'm versatile too.
He is.
He just can't play
And you
left
know
back.
what? We saw.
Yeah, you don't need to.
When you guys beat me by a score, I'm not gonna call at the Etihad. Foden had
He scored.
an incredible game.
Exactly.
And it's a goal and that's it as well too. Look at that one with De Bruyne.
Yeah.
We saw what he could do way before this game.
And I started Muncie.
Saka coming up big against when Arsenal play against Liverpool.
That's what I'm saying. Like you guys are comparing.
Stop Muncie.
That's just a game.
You guys are comparing Saka.
We talking
when
about
he's getting assists versus assists versus Sheffield United and West Brom. When he's getting goals and assists versus Chelsea, Liverpool, Manchester United. Come on, please.
Yo, consistent for the duration of 2020 and into 2021. I'm saying that Foden is not miles ahead of Saka. That's what y'all are trying to say.
I'm not going to say he's miles
That's
ahead.
what y'all are trying to say. I'm saying if you're going to call Foden, more give me a little time because I'm sit down. I'm going to listen to all of you. Yo, I understand. That's if you call Foden. If you call
somebody call Ainet. Somebody call Ainet.
I see.
Yo, somebody call
Ainet. Miles with one S, not Miles with 4 S.
If Saka, if Saka was in the, okay, you could have taken out himself too. You could have, all right. But if Saka was in the City team, y'all don't think y'all be saying a different tune, And if he was in, and if Foden was in the squad, it's two young. Shaq's point is this: it's two young players. That both have talent and potential. And you can't tell me that Foden is a 9 and Saka is a 6. That's his point. You're going to give Foden so much better than Saka.
Who said Saka was a 6? Nobody said Saka was a 6.
No, that's my point. My point is that it appears as if you're saying that Foden is so much better than Saka. And I think that's unfair to Saka because it's not true.
I don't think they said that.
No. I'm not saying he's so far from Saka.
If you rate Foden right now, not talking about City, not talking about who they coach, purely on ability on the ball and what you've seen, how you rate Foden out of 10?
8.5.
I give him an 8.
8. Anybody else?
Yep.
I give him an 8.
It's not funny.
Okay. So what then you can give Saka? 7?
7.5. 7.5.
Yeah, around there. 7.
7.5.
Based on what? Based on what? What gives him that extra
Saka
half?
is behind of Foden at least by 2.
Based on what?
No, you're playing.
No, more valid. No.
Based on what? Because I would love to know where you all put Greenwood. Where do you put Neto?
Greenwood
where do you put
last.
That's
Greenwood 8.
Don't even.
Okay, come on! Wow! I mean, just put aside bias. How can you put Hudson-Odoi, who Bayern Munich wanted to probably even start, Greenwood after the season he had last season, Neto starts nearly every game for Wolves and balling for all this time, and yet Saka does everything the rest of them do. But yet but then you just Google put Foden at 8 and everybody else under Foden because he played for City and City the top of the league. I mean, it's just, I mean, come on.
No.
That's
It's
a little
called
unfair.
big games.
Oh,
Foden shows
is the
he
one
can
hit
do it
wonder.
on the big stages in the big games. That's what I'm
no,
saying.
that's unfair. That's
When
unfair. That's
Saka,
unfair.
It's not. It's true.
no, it's not
That's
unfair.
unfair. That's unfair. No, because you can't rate them. So that means then you always rate players in the big games. That means Cristiano better than Messi. Because Messi
Yes.
show up in a big game.
I mean,
Messi
like we said this.
That's my point. I'm talking about the fact that you can't rate it solely based on big game performance.
Why
Because
not?
no,
That's
he's
when it
judging him as a
matters. That's
young
when it
player.
matters even more.
But
Just like
Ronaldo
how
is
you
better than
Ronaldo
That
Ronaldo
shows
is
you
better
the
than
level
Messi.
of
always
maturity,
Ronaldo
and that
because
shows the
he
level of
performs in big
experience
game.
and how far you've
Man,
gotten.
come on, I want to say something,
Okay,
man.
so then so Foden scored a great goal against Liverpool. Greenwood scored a great goal against Liverpool. What a difference!
FA Cup
I mean,
is the difference.
Foden is
When we
consistent.
play
How many times did Foden do it straight over and over?
That's what tell him again, boy. Foden been showing this over and over against big teams.
I'm saying, Monchi, they don't want to listen now. They don't want to
Foden been
listen.
showing this performance consistently
think-
versus big teams. That's the edge he has over all of them. All the Greenwoods, the Sakas, the Netos,
I want to
the
hear Jamal.
Hudson-Odoi.
He started 38 games, 3 seasons.
Let me hear what Jamal have to say. Let me hear what Jamal have to say. Saka score a fully cross in that game. Okay, Jamal, go ahead.
I'm saying Saka is one of the only players that's been dragging our team against big teams, against any other team in the Premier League.
Against every team, not just big teams.
Well, every team in the Premier League. You can't compare that to Foden because, as you can see, the two teams are so far different in the league. Now, I'm saying they're good on ability. They're on the same level, just about the same level. You take Saka, put him in that City team, and you would not.
I know
be
it.
team. You will
Oh
not.
my goodness! Oh my goodness!
Saka,
You not.
Can I say something?
I agree with Jamal.
Saka
You
won't be able to
Saka,
play in that
you put Saka in that City team, and he
Moy.
would ball. You take
Would
Green,
you not?
and you put Greenwood in that City team, and he would ball. Hudson-Odoi, Neto, they would all ball in that City team.
I don't
No,
know
Come
about
on.
No,
Moy, please. Would you not agree here that the quality of the players City have in the squad allows Phil Foden to be as incredible as he is because they draw attention away from him and allows him. So when defenders, when midfielders and defenders are playing City, they have so much players to focus on that Phil Foden can be himself. Do you not agree with that?
I mean, when you have
You see these kind of comments?
What?
You see these kind of
that comment
comments,
they
and
that
you
comment
all
that
want
comment they
me.
need to go.
You all want me.
Yes.
Let's end the show because Shaq talking a bunch of crazy.
Yeah, we gotta end the show. We gotta end the show. But
No,
we can
before
talk
we
about
end,
that forever.
I got a bash Pep.
Go ahead.
At the beginning of the season, Pep was against Premier League using the 5 subs. But yet still, this guy is only making 1 sub a game. And I don't really like
Only
that.
2 dog.
I always curse him, like in that game, like we done up 4-1.
Subs.
Why don't
Wait.
you bring on Fernandes?
Klopp even make 3 subs.
Ferran Torres for
Klopp even make
Sterling?
3 subs.
That's
I
true.
would love a world. I would love a world where my biggest issue is how much subs my team needs. That would be incredible.
I mean, you still have a bench, you know.
Look, Manchi,
You still have a bench now.
Broski.
Wait,
I
we
look at
can
your
bring in
form table,
Curtis
right?
Jones into this young people thing. Oh no. So
He's
you
better
really
than all
feel
of
good.
them. He's better than all of them.
Carl,
but I
who
just
into
still
what?
wanna see
Cool.
Curtis Jones better than Foden, Green.
Anyways,
It's what it is. It's a good player,
Yep,
though.
that's
A couple
true.
last things. Chelsea beat Sheffield United 2-1. All right, so the Tuchel reign is doing pretty decent. He's doing pretty
the
decent.
man
so
pass
far.
Liverpool next week.
Wow.
You're not good.
Okay.
Sheffield bang for your boy. You're not good. Go to Ireland.
Sheffield only bottom 16, you bang, hush him out, boy. Sheffield only bottom 16, you bang, hush him out.
Get 3 points off for this season so far.
Right here.
You know what? You love talk about man home farm. You know, win a home game for the year.
Yeah, but you tell now we not trophy for the year.
Stats.
Here we are.
Yo,
You
anybody
win
else
one?
wants to play
You
at
win
Anfield
one?
tomorrow? Raise your
Thiago
hand.
never
No,
celebrate
you know
the
we not.
Anfield up
No.
in his career yet.
Search him out.
You play on Thursday. I play on Wednesday. Different.
How long you play Wednesday? How long you
Not
play
for long,
Wednesday?
not for long.
How long you
Not
play
very
Wednesday?
long. That's a good point. You know we
Well,
don't Champions
How long you
League.
play Wednesday?
Loud and clear, man. That's what I need.
Yeah, I remember
Before we go, let's go West Ham.
Huh?
So y'all remember in early January when Shaq asked us how many points we think Liverpool would pick up in the next couple of games?
Yeah.
Yep.
I said 4.
Yeah.
Yo, me still Pampano. I said 7 now.
I said 4.
Leeds did what we expected them to do. You know, they won their game. This is a Leeds game to win. So big ups to Bielsa again, you know, getting those points on the board.
Bamford scored like his 100th goal or something for them or something like that. I think I saw.
Bamford. All right. All right, a couple people here too. Shaq says Thiago has the most thumbs up in the
I do.
And I think Henderson has the most shouts of encouragement.
The stats. Oh my goodness.
This
Let's
season,
rain on the Liverpool people.
Gerrard might be that thing. Of all time.
And Klopp has the most complaints in the league.
Bro, he's so moany. I'm so tired of this moaning.
And Allison had the most assists on the weekend.
He's been sick. He's had these Allison jokes for 3 years now. Let him get them out.
Who
Yo,
Who needs the goal when you have
2.1
Allison?
rating or against
Allison better than Edison.
No.
Let's not be silly. Come on, let's not be silly. Come on. Please.
not this season. Not this season.
Edison would have passed the ball, you know. Edison would have passed the ball.
Could John Diaz be making Edison look better
He is.
than
They are.
Allison?
They are. They are.
Could John Diaz be making Edison
Okay,
look better
so
than
let's look at this. Van Dijk now making Allison look good.
No,
That's
you know
true.
why?
He did.
Because we
He
had
did.
Van Dijk
Karius.
make
and we had
Allison look
Van
good.
Dijk. And not even Van Dijk was helping Karius.
Yeah. That doesn't change
Yeah,
the fact
no,
that
Karius
he
is
helped
just
Allison too.
Karius is just
I remember show somebody didn't pick Edison in their top 3 goalkeepers because they say Edison is just a system type player and he only looks good in the system, you know.
Who said that?
That Liverpool man right there.
Who said that?
The man said who said that and he said so.
Last point, Lennon better than Allison and Edison. Yo, Lennon
First of all, this man the whole ball outside the box. Yo,
Saka is equal to Messi at Barcelona. And
I know Leno better than everybody.
Allison.
Yo,
No,
Leno wasn't even the best keeper at Arsenal last season.
No. I'm going way back. Go 2 weeks back. When we said Holding is better than Stones too.
Hey, anybody a Clearview number?
Yo, no, that's just Arsenal fans, dog. Everybody for them.
Remember you were saying Gabriel is the best centre back in the league.
Yes.
Wow.
Yo, Gabriel get COVID on the recovery. Yes.
Is the best boy.
I never clipped shot.
You might say Salah has the most dives though. Am I right? Nobody dive more than Salah. Nobody dive more than Salah.
We need to dive some more. We need to start winning some games.
Not for real. Like you mean somebody pull you back and you end up on dash forward.
Yo.
I just said that you need to dive some more. That's what you said.
Yeah, I need to start winning some games, bro.
Yeah, that boy.
Come on.
I mean, when you have to do it, you have to do it. You know.
I need to see some synchronized swimming when I watch. I want to see everybody dive. Everybody.
Yeah, your centre backs can dive in and give up penalties too.
Before we leave, a question for you, Week. Going forward with Liverpool, looking at the age of your front three, like,
yeah,
who is there to replace a front three in the next 3 to 5 years?
Curtis Jones.
You don't talk. You don't talk.
Them man a buy back booster, dog.
Oh, the reality. Munchie, you want to be real? I'm be real with you.
Yeah.
Memphis.
I want to know, man, because
One of the front you have to go. I thought if we didn't have COVID, I would say it would be this season. I don't think it's going to be this season. But one has to go eventually, and more than likely it's going to be Salah. And I'm okay with that.
Or who will leave. That's two different things. They're not
No.
going to sign him. He's going to want to go. You got him in Madrid.
I want you to be. I want you to think about this. Do you honestly think most Liverpool fans would be sad to see Salah go?
No.
Be honest here.
No.
He's not fan favorite, but he scores goals.
He's not
He
a club
scores
goals. But the system allows him to score those goals.
Yeah.
I think Liverpool fans prefer Manu over
Of
Salah.
course.
100%.
I agree.
Everyone
Anybody
does.
who watches football prefers Mane over Salah. Salah's one of the most frustrating players for Liverpool.
Salah prefers Salah over anybody else. All right, that's the thing.
Yeah, well.
All right, so that's the thing about it. I don't think he wants to stay anyway. If we mention bringing it off, he gone.
We don't care, bro.
And the next thing for you,
money.
No, but they can use that again. Look at how they use the Coutinho money, right?
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh.
No, I'm not gonna say he's not good. I'm just gonna say
You're right, Munchie, go ahead.
you could have well did with that Minamino goal on Sunday.
Yeah.
Stats.
Yeah.
He better than for me. You don't know.
No.
Memphis?
Seriously?
You thinking not?
Seriously? What?
What's going on with you?
What?
Big man. Liverpool signed Minamino because they thought it was the other guy who beat Van Dijk. Exactly. Them man racist dog. Them man thought it was the other Asian.
Okay.
I think that you thought that. I think the racist is showing.
Wow. Anyway, we gotta finish the show, guys. But thanks, guys, for all your commentary, boy. It's always been a pleasure. Great laughs. Good to see that Muric didn't run, boy. He's like a man. He came in, he
was running Thursday.
I'm broken.
He was running Thursday.
Zero expectations. I'll be here every week. I'm broken.
Okay.
Yeah, when Liverpool next home game?
What's your next home game?
I don't know.
You're so concerned with my team.
Can I play your team again tomorrow? Please,
sure.
Begging.
Sure, boy,
We'll
sure.
talk about that on Thursday. That's gonna be something, Liverpool, Leicester, City, Tottenham. And those are two good games. So we'll see how that goes.
Liverpool playing Leicester.
Yeah.
Liverpool play Leicester. Yeah,
Oh,
City
my.
play Tottenham. So we'll talk about that on Thursday. So that'll be fun. And he's saying condolences to Uric,
Oh,
and
my.
Memphis don't like black people.
What?
We'll leave that.
Where that coming? Hold on there.
Okay.
Where that coming?
So, I don't know. We'll talk about that later. But anyway, point is that thank you guys for showing up to the game. To the show and
Congratulations,
talking about the games.
Boy and Munchie for winning the league. I just want to say that as a closing.
Man,
Let me make sure y'all get a nice view at this. Yeah, see,
it's just ironic.
Look, it wouldn't be the Premier League if it hasn't twists and turns. So we expect some crazy things to happen. You never know. You will see. Let's see who winning the league.
Liverpool.
Josh, I still have your statements in my mind where you say you don't think City can go through this run with just the same team. Don't worry. February soon ends.
I still don't think so.
Y'all don't play the same team every week.
No, and that's what makes you.
Aguero is back in training. That's all I'm gonna say. Aguero is back in training.
It's ironic that the one team that don't have fans wait until there's no fans.
That's what they're top of the league.
Perform.
Wow.
That's what they're top of the league.
Yo, they're accustomed to. They're accustomed.
At least every title I won, I come in second the other year.
Oh,
it's almost like
that's not a trophy. That's not a trophy, bro.
It's not a trophy.
Yo, tell the man you win a Champions League, man. Tell the man you win a Champions League, dog.
That's true. The cup was brought to win the Champions League.
I don't even need
we'll see how that goes. All right,
he's saying
no Champions League talk around here. We only
it's
talk
because they don't have fans on top of the league. Like, you forgot. I've been winning this.
Keep
like,
it local.
Yeah.
ABFA next week.
The oil money can buy fans. All that in the plant.
Oh boy, mind the oil money run out now.
Please, people, get vaccinated. Please get vaccinated. We need fans back in this. Please. Think about Granny.
I agree
Think
with
about
him.
everybody.
The
Just
fans
get
make a
back to it.
difference. That's the one thing I agree with you tonight.
Yeah,
Right?
what
The
Jamal
fans
said?
do make a
No,
difference.
we can keep the fans away. Cause as the week says, like the fans is the one who makes up Anfield. So
Y'all don't want Jamal to talk.
No,
Yeah,
we-
Jamal, please.
we throw the
Jamal,
fans-
go ahead.
Thank
we
you much.
can't- We can't even put 2,000 fans in the stadium. But you see the Super Bowl last night?
Yes.
Yes.
Oh,
Stats.
I mean, that's America.
Stats.
America doesn't care.
That's America.
Neither does
The more,
England.
the more they die for them, the better.
No, I agree. It's more like a, how the phrase go again? You ask for permission first, something on the other, and they just do it, whatever, and they don't care.
What they ask
They
me
don't
to
know-
do.
Yeah, exactly. I think that's
Ask
the case. They
forgiveness.
figure that, ask for forgiveness, instead of permission. So I think that's what they did. They figure, let's do it. We'll get fined and hated on after, but hey, we went. So who cares?
I take it back.
So it is.
I would
So,
have never
mean,
went to that game. Nope. Mm-mm.
Nope.
Me, I
Steve,
would
you would
do
have
it.
to do things.
You what?
If United
suppose
are playing
City-
Liverpool in the Champions League final, me go
Exactly.
there. COVID, right? COVID,
I mean,
they
that's
take
true.
4 or 5 COVID.
That's true.
Sure, yeah.
That's good for you.
Me, you take
I'm not-
COVID.
I'm not
Look at
lying.
them watch
If
up on
City-
TV.
if like COVID was there at its max peak and City was at the Champions League final, I would take a ticket to catch COVID to watch Man City win.
Me not.
You for sure catching COVID. You not even try.
No choice. Them man
I
tell me,
will catch COVID.
look like me the kid. Don't give me a ticket right now for go Old Trafford. Me the kid with COVID in the building. Let me go.
You did.
Bring on
Wow.
COVID. I don't care.
Wow.
No mask, no hand sanitizer, just vibes.
I mean,
No,
I'm just
let me watch me had nothing bad.
Gosh,
Let me watch
I've
me
been-
boy. No hand
I've been told,
sanitizer.
Trafford.
No.
yo.
Me wipe.
I've been told, Trav, it's not
Me
special.
People like you all is why Antigua fully COVID right now.
Obviously he's saying you could not get into the Super Bowl stands without a negative COVID test.
Yeah, but
I'm sure they did that.
You couldn't get into Antigua without one either. Here we are. 8 o'clock.
I don't leave Antigua out of this, okay?
Stats,
Yo,
stats.
KFC
Man,
shut
if-
down soon.
Man, you don't make the people in there make April lock up our current and stop the show. So
No,
apologize.
recent comments, man. All good.
Oh, okay,
Recent-
true.
Oh, yeah, sure.
Yo, you see you increase? Yo, you increase the corona. You increase. Oh no.
You should even help with Shaq internet did have their work today, boy. Boy. Anyway, we'll see
Oh
what
it was
boy.
because of the soccer. The internet, no, he would come with his soccer stuff. So save him the embarrassment.
we have to go. We have to end the show. All right. Reese is not ready now. Anyway, thanks, guys. Have a good night. Hasta la vista.
Thank you for watching Island Fans. Don't forget to like and subscribe to our YouTube channel and hit the notification bell so you'll know when there are new videos and updates. You can also follow us on Instagram, Twitter, TikTok, and like us on Facebook. Island Fans, for the passion of the game.